Welcome to India Language News. We have a very special guest today, J. Patel. This is a true and extraordinary story of an entrepreneurship, hard work, and luck, I should say as well. He came to United States at age of 25 in 1995 with nothing, not even a high school degree from India. And today he is one of the most savvy entrepreneurs in retail business. He owns, and his family and relatives together, a very large number of liquor stores in Massachusetts, also gas stations. And this year he became the first ceremonial, Indian American first ceremonial pitcher to the Red Sox, right?
Yes, sir.
The Red Sox game this year. Also, he just donated 36 acres of land for a temple in Twinsboro. So we're going to talk to him about his journey. Off the camera, we were talking about, and I was totally fascinated as he told his story that how his family was owned a big business in India, then lost everything as he was growing up, and then how he bought his first bicycle, then Luna, and then the story goes on. So now let us welcome Jay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. And I felt I was very inspired by your story. So let's talk about is, if I ask in one word, who is Jay Patel?
Well, Jay Patel was a hard worker, very spiritual, and following the motto of my guru, enjoy of others, lie your own. So basically, Jay Patel is want to be giving what he learned and what he has in this world, growing from zero to where we are. I want to help others the way I did my life.
Excellent. So now a little bit about your business that you opened your first liquor store in 1998, right?
1998, yes.
1998 in Brockton.
Yeah.
And suddenly you, and because of certain restrictions here in Massachusetts, one person cannot own more than X number of stores, but jointly with the whole family members and everything, definitely you are one of the largest owners of these liquor stores. And also you own several gas stations. So tell us briefly what motivated you to come to this stage from having nothing.
Well, growing up, looking at very bad financial situation in the house, looking at my father who lost everything in what he earned in his life, I would say that in beginning when we were going through all the financial situation, I wanted to be a businessman, first of all. So what should I have done? I would have either worked hard, study hard, and grown up as a good scholar. I could not do that, so I had to think in my mind how I'm going to be a big businessman. I have to work hard, get some positivity, do honest work, and get some blessing from the parents and from my guru, which all I got. And what I'm here is just because of all the blessing. And obviously you said hard work has to be there, but sometimes hard work doesn't work alone. Mm-hmm. But from my story, it worked both ways, hard work and a blessing.
Excellent. So now if somebody is here from, say, Indian background, comes here and also has his or her own dream, what will be the couple of advice you would give to the person?
I would say first, this land, thank you to this land because it's the land of opportunity. I would say to the people, I'm talking to so many people that coming into the state now. I said, guys, do not look at others. Just focus on your career. What at least you can do in your hand. Just do that. Stay honest, work hard, and save some money and just pray to the God and just do the right thing.
Now, let's go back to a little bit basic things and the story you were telling me off the camera about how you started to go to a Dunkin' Donuts store and how you saw somebody's coming and you already before the person. Tell me that story.
So when I came to this country, very hard to find a job that time. A lot of Indian people does not have the businesses like they do right now. I found somebody to hire me just to show me how the work done in US. So I learned myself that customer service should be the priority in this country. So I learned that aspect from him. And when I see the customer coming every day, I was making their requirement, making their morning with a smile, with the stuff they wanted without asking, make them happy going out of the store. And I learned very, very fast and very quick that this thing has to be a very big priority. The cleanness of the store, the customer service, smile face, and you do you talk to them what they want to talk and just do the good customer service.
So what impressed you, the manager or owner of Dunkin' Donuts, that before the customer will come inside,
yes,
you will see from outside and now you will have the
yes. So within 1 week, I learned that every customer was coming every day. As soon as I saw the car comes in the park, I was making the coffee ready on the table. Without even, when the car come and ask, they were so impressed looking at me. And I mean, that's a part of the business, obviously. But that made me happy that I can do something in this country. That was my first step to understand that I can do anything. If I'm doing this, I will do anything in this country because this is the land of opportunity.
And then you buy first liquor store?
No. Then I was in Chicago when I started. Then the circumstances happened. There was a long story. Then I had to move to the Boston. And between that time, I met my wife, and we had a love marriage. And then when we came to this Boston, I was running one of my friend's store, and somebody came in and says, "I know how good you are running the business. I want to invest some money behind you." And we came at the position, said he's going to invest the money, and I will run the show as a working partner, and we'll split the profit. And that's how we started our first business in Brockton, which was 1998 August. And there wasn't a liquor store, there was a convenience store. And then I buy another 2 couple of convenience stores. My first liquor store was in Lowell, 2002, in July, 4th weekend.
And then also you got into gas stations as well.
Yes. Then 2002, the liquor store was running great, so I wanted to do something different. I had a convenience store, I had a liquor store. I didn't want to put all the eggs in one basket, so I was trying to look at the different business opportunities. And then I found one in 2005 in Waltham. Same Main Street, Waltham, 487. And I bought my first New World Gas. And that's how I started my chain, New World Gas. I own a survival New World Gas in the state now.
And what happened during the COVID time? I think you were telling me some story with the gas station.
Yes, so COVID time, I have a lot of the gas stations in the state. And I was making the money and I was living a good life. And when COVID hits, I saw people are doing the business in and out every day in my stores. I wanted to help them out, especially all the people that are working in the hospital and police department, all the emergency workers. I wanted to do something different. So I had a thought in my mind in Memorial Weekend, the first Memorial Weekend hit in COVID, it was the 2020 Memorial Weekend. I decided to give the free gas to every emergency worker and every healthcare worker in all my 16 or 18 gas stations that time. And we did the all day 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the evening. We give away free gas to every healthcare people, which is a big money.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Good gesture on your part.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, in this your journey, have you come across any challenge? What were if you have faced any challenge, what will be that challenge?
In the beginning, the challenge was how to manage the multiple stores. to how to get the people work for you. They can trust you and you can trust them. That was the biggest challenge. How to make that team that you can grow. So I met my guru and I got the blessing from him, and he teach me this motto again. I keep repeating that my word because that's my life right now. It's saying, in joy of others lie your own.
Enjoy?
In joy of others lie your own means that if people around you, you make them happy, either his employee, with his partner, with his family, either anybody that you go day-to-day business or day-to-day you meet them, make them happy, make something good for them, then you're going to be growing. So I learned that lesson in the beginning. I started bringing the people, I taking care of the people, I helped them either buying the store or getting them engaged or getting them married and doing anything for their own personal life. I was doing that. And I was in part of the son's birthday or any small issues in the family. I was in part of day-to-day. So those people know who Jay-Z is. They bring more people. They bring their brother-in-law, their sister-in-law, whoever in the family they're looking for the job, they're all bringing it to me. So that's how I grow, and I got my team right now. And I have so many people, I can tell them they're my family. They know I'm there for them, and I know they are there for me.
Now, since you mentioned about the spiritual and gurus, you have also been working a lot with various spiritual initiatives, and you have been especially involved with Swaminarayan Temple, and you just donated 36 acres of land. They just broke ground recently, right? Holy Pujan recently. So tell us about that and how you got into that type of charitable work.
So growing to see my dad, going 3 times to temple a day and praying what happened wrong because of whatever happened in his business was not his wrongdoing. And I learned praying with him, and I was going to temple with him. I was going every day and learning so much thing from him about business. Growing, I need to do business. And then I said, our Hinduism and our spiritualism is there to show in this country, especially when family values and our next generation, how they will learn our spiritualism and our family values. I said, we need the temples. So I was always in favor of having a place that family can go in the weekend and talk about our Hindu culture and learn about our family values. So I did a big temple in my dad's village in India, place called Jagudan near Mehsana. I built the whole temple. There's only 1 or 2 family was going temple every day. Right now every week we have 200-300 people goes there. The kids are going there. They're understanding our values of the family, and I like that. I love that because I feel my dad that time was alive. He was so proud that I did that. And I feel that I want to do something in my land that grows me and give me everything in my life. They fulfill all the dreams. So I said, I want to do something here in Boston. And by grace of blessing of Pramukh Swami, I went to Mahan Swami Maharaj, which is next successor guru. And I said, Bapa, I need to do this, and please give me a blessing. No matter what happened, I need to get the land and build a temple. And everything, like you said, it's luck or hard work or whatever happened, everything comes together, and we found this land and we bought the land. Before even we did the closing, we got all the permits from the town. Everyone in town was happy. They were so much supportive, and that's how we are. It's going to be construction start end of the summer.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your Red Sox. How that happened?
So growing, coming in 98 here and growing, see Patriot, Tom Brady built his destiny, dynasty. So I was a big Patriot fan, and because of the liquor industries, we used to go to the Red Sox opening game with the liquor people, and then I love Yankee Red Sox game. So I was watching Red Sox all these years, and especially I'm a fan of Patriot and Celtics, but Red Sox is my favorite team as growing in Boston. So I had that opportunity 3 years ago that I could have done this. That time I was so nervous that I could not do it because I was in India and that was my dream. Something coming back of mind said, now I have to do this. So last 3 years I was trying to get this achievement, which is a big achievement. And I was so nervous doing that too. But again, blessing of Bapa, I get the opportunity and I was there. And we had a great evening, a memorable night.
Excellent. So now, at a such young age, I must say that you have done all these things and so much. And also being, a sort of a visionary, that you also realize that spending time with yourself and enjoying your own life and dreams is very important. And you are thinking about transitioning the business to your son, who is 25 years old, but he's interested in this. Tell us a little bit about that transition.
So, growing business is amazing. I was passionate. I was proud. I was helping a lot of families doing that. But there's a situation came like COVID in 2020. And I said, what happened if something happened in next year or two? So I said to myself, there's something need to be get end here. And I didn't want to stop this unbelievable, unforgettable journey of growing the business and helping other family out. So I talked to my son, said, this is my life. I want you, if you can interested. I didn't force him. I gave him 2 or 3 options. After all, looking at all the options.
So tell us about the options. What are options you get?
So we were in a part of the marijuana industries that I told him, if you want to be part of that, you can be there. I understand in a business, the restaurant business are growing, Indian restaurants specifically. In America right now, a lot of people love Indian food. So I said, that's options open. And I said, there's a liquor store options open. So you pick. I gave him a 6 month. He go around the country, he found out that he wants to do I think he wants to get into my business. So I welcome him. I announced him the CEO of the company in 2022, May last year. He grabbed all the opportunity with both hands. He's doing a phenomenal job. I'm so proud that he's working on the same ethic I was working. He's helping all the employees, partners, families, and he's learning the business very fast.
What is his name?
His name is Jitendra Patel.
Jitendra Patel. Okay.
Yes.
Now, a couple of quick questions for you. One is, what is the one biggest lesson you learned from your father?
Business.
Yes.
To do the business.
Just any message.
So the biggest thing he teach me is how to play chess. The chess is one of the things that I learned from him. I'm so proud that I learned chess, and I was part of the state tournament here in Nashua too. But they give me a lot of calculation in my mind, the mathematics. He teach me mathematics. Whatever the first to 10 standard I did study, he used to sit with me and teach me the math. He was very brilliant in the math. He was the only person in the whole community on my side, the whole Samaj, that he went to the English medium, he went to MG Science. He studied, highest study was second year college, which is big then. In my community, was the highest study. So he was very big in a study. So he was very intelligent in the mathematics. So he teach me mathematics.
Anything you learned from your mother?
Just hard work.
Hard work.
The stamina that she went through, a lot of pain, a lot of hassle, a lot of, she went a lot.
Yeah.
And she's with me right now.
Yeah.
Thank God she's healthy, 87 years old. She can walk, she can live on her own. So I'm very happy.
Excellent. Now you mentioned that you had a love marriage, you fell in love with somebody. Tell us about the love story and your wife.
So BAPS again, the Bapa's blessing. I used to go, when I started working Dunkin' Donuts, like I said, I was crying one day when I bought my first car. I went to the church. The guy told me only temple is here is BAPS in a small church in Glendale Heights in Chicago. So as soon as I walked in the church and I was crying, and this guy, Pujari, came and says, what happened? There's a long story, but I told him my whole story, no family, I'm very, very stressed here, anxiety, depression. He says, do one thing, come every Sunday to the temple and you meet a lot of other people, you will have peace, you will know about our culture. And then I started going to the temple, and there was one guy used to come there, and he's a friend of my father-in-law. One day I was working at a gas station, I was crying because my mother wants to get me engaged without looking at the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was crying, I said, what is the life here?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy says, don't worry, I have my friend whose daughter wants to get you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see her if you like her.
Mm-hmm.
So he set up the meeting, arranged meeting first. Actually, love marriage become love marriage. Mm-hmm. When I met them, they said, you don't have a legal paper, you don't have a house, you don't have a family, you're not educated. How are you going to take care of my wife? Mm-hmm. I mean, my daughter. Mm-hmm. And so they said no. Mm-hmm. But in the first meeting with my wife, I gave her the whole paper describing my whole story from working as a waiter in India, not going to school, the reason of that, coming here, how I came, how I grew up here, how I was working, and what's my future is. I want to be a businessman. I told her everything about me, and she was impressed the way I was explaining her. And another funny thing was my face was looking like Ajay Devgan. That was our biggest Bollywood star for her. Okay. So that was two things combined there, and then we started dating each other, and that's how we...
Okay. So now what role she plays today? Is she involved in the business? Or?
She played the biggest role in my life, and when I was in struggle, I could not able to work. She worked double job. She worked 16 hours a day, and she was paying all the bills. She did it for 6 or 8 months. When I bought my first liquor store, me and her used to go 16 hours a day together, going and opening and closing. Kids are at home with somebody else. And we did a lot of struggle. And she was part of every struggle. And one week got established, and I gave her all the freedom she wanted. I gave her everything what she wanted in life. And we are a good family.
Excellent. And you have one son or you have more children?
I have one daughter and one son. She finished the nursing in UMS. My son did a Heisenberg business school.
Excellent. Ajay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed chatting with
you. Thank you.
And very inspiring.
Thank you. God bless all. Thank you.